everybody. So I'm back today with, I can't remember what day it is. Is it the 28th day? I'll check that and see, of Christy's beautiful life, the best of 30 days of sketches. Today we have this lovely sketch by Suzanna Lee. And in order to do this sketch today, I am going to try to kill off my Bella Boulevard You Are My Sunshine single shot kit. As you guys can see here, I have already used this kit. I actually used this for day number 1 of this 30 days of sketches challenge, and I'm gonna see if I can't use up at least the good majority of it today. So what I plan to do is, this is my photo. This is of my daughter and I. We were going on a mother-daughter date day. We actually went to the movies to see Maleficent, so this was several years ago, but I liked the colors. You know, I've got kind of like this bluish color hair bands in, and she's got the pink and gray swimsuit top. I don't know why she was wearing a swimsuit. Actually, I have my swimsuit on too, so maybe we were just getting back from swimming before we went to the movie theater. I'm not quite sure of the story of that because it was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. But anyway, this is the photo that I want to scrap. And as we saw in the sketch, there are 2 photos, but I'm just going to do 1 today. So this is what I've got left in the kit. Okay, we can see I have all kinds of scraps over here, and I'm going to see if I can do anything with them. If I can't, I can't. I will set them aside to stick on something else at some point, but we've got some really skinny scraps here. And then here I have a nice little chunk of this green, which I think I could probably fit in somewhere. The back has all of these cute little rainbow colored icons. I don't think I'm going to use that. I think I'll probably stick more to this solid color. Here we have some cut aparts. Not quite sure about using those, but on the black there's some black and white polka dots here on the back. I have this lovely sheet of rainbow paper, which I definitely want to try to fit in there with this, because who doesn't love a rainbow? This one is an even bigger chunk of rainbow. As you can see, I have used parts of it. This is all I have left of this, so I want to see how I can incorporate this into the page as well. And then for full sheets, this is what I have left. I have this tone-on-tone pink hearts called Happy Thoughts from Bella Boulevard's You Are My Sunshine. On the back, it has the big polka dots. I'm a little more drawn to this pink one here, especially since I feel like it kind of draws out the color of my daughter's top in there. So I'm thinking maybe more the pink, but we'll see. And then I also have this cloud paper here, also from that collection, and on the back it has pretty little rainbows. So we will see what I use. If not both, we'll figure it out. And this one's called Feeling Sunny. I have 2 pieces of cardstock. Both look like they're from Basil. Both are textured. We have this really super bright yellow, which I absolutely love because yellow is probably about my favorite color. I love how bright and happy it is. So we have yellow and we have blue. This one is, I was trying to see if I could see the name of it, Whirlpool. It's actually called Whirlpool. So I honestly don't know for sure what I am going to use where on this page, but I have a few little ideas of things that I want to do. So let me go and figure out, at least on this sketch, what I want these big parts to be, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I figured out. Okay, so I will be back in a minute. All right, everybody. So this is what I have done so far. And at this point, I have just pretty much created all of these different sections. And what I found that I wanted to do, I didn't end up using every single print that they had there, which was fine and dandy, but I had these little scraps right here, these little tiny strips, and I stuck them together like this, and I really liked how they looked, even though I already have the green over here, but I really thought it was cute, and it had a cute little design element there, so I decided to just put those scraps in. All of these that I used up here were scraps that I had previously used on a different layout. As you can see, I took the I think it was called Whirlpool basil cardstock, and I put that for the back. I did gut it so that I could use it to mat my photo, which I'll do in a moment. I used the pink hearts as another mat here, and again, gutted that so I can use it to mat. And then I used the yellow cardstock, the yellow basil cardstock. I think it's basil, it feels like it, it might not be, but it's the yellow cardstock as the base for my whole layout. And so I saw this cool little, I like to call it just like a silhouette, like punching out the other day on a video by, I think it was Ronnie Sue Scrapper. So thank you, Ronnie Sue, if you are watching. She did this on one of her layouts, and I just thought it was the cutest idea to like cut this out. And so I used this big punch. This is the first time I've used this. I think it's yeah, it is. We Are Memory Keepers clear cut punch, and you can put it anywhere on the paper and cut out whatever you want to. So I could be pretty specific about what I want to cut out. So I did that here on this rainbow paper, this rainbow stripe, and then underneath I stuck the white background rainbow paper with sunshine and stuff, and I think it turned out really cute. I also cut out some more butterflies to do this kind of sort of design around the bottom. So that is where I'm at so far. And so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a bit, and I'm going to walk you guys through the rest of the design process after I go and mat my photo, because you don't need to see that. That's kind of boring. So I will be back in just a moment with my photos matted, and then we will start embellishing. Okay, see you in a moment. All right, so I'm back and I have my photo matted. I matted it 3 different times, once in the pink heart paper, once in the white paper with the rainbows and sunshine, and then once in the blue cardstock. I roughed up the edges as per usual. I think I forgot to mention in the first video also that I did scuff up the edges of all of the papers that are on the back, as well as each layer. You know, that's my thing. I've always got to rough it all up. It can't be nice and straight. I decided I wanted to use the doily that came with this scrap room kit, and I'm going to put it up kind of around in that area. At this point, I'm just kind of playing around with those butterflies, and I play with them for a little while here. I'm trying to kind of make it look like it did in the sketch, with them just kind of lining that bottom part. But I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that I don't really like how it looks, and I didn't really like how it looked when I was doing it. I just was kind of just playing around a little bit to see what I wanted to do and how I wanted to lay them all out. By the time I get done, it's going to look pretty different than that. And I know I also want to try and work in some of the little embellishments that came with this kit as well. So I've kind of got everything in the back of my mind about what I want to put on the page. I just don't quite know where I want to put it yet. But the one thing I am sure of is that I want to use this Thickers title that says "Say Cheese." I know I had said something to my daughter at that point of hey, look up here and smile. So it's pretty reminiscent of the time when I took this picture of her and I getting ready to go out on our little mother-daughter date here. So I thought "Say Cheese" would be really, really cute. And it's a pretty whimsical font as well as there's like these little like polka dots inside it too, inside the letters. I don't know if you can see them on the camera there, but it's got kind of like this whimsical little pattern to it. So I thought it really worked with all of the colors of this kit and with the feel that this layout is going to have once I am finished with it. But I'm still kind of struggling with what I want to do with these butterflies. And I left all of this in for you guys. I thought about cutting some of it out, but really the main things that I do to this page is place these butterflies. And so I kind of want you to see the process that I went through to try to figure out exactly how I wanted them to look. So over there, the cutout pieces, I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I had actually seen Ronnie Sue Scrapper do the same thing on one of her recent layouts where she had punched different shapes. I don't remember if she used butterflies or if she used hearts. I can't remember for sure what it was now, but I really liked the look of those punched out shapes and then having the shapes trail down below it. I just thought it was really cute. So I did get that idea from watching her video. And I knew I wanted that. And so I've got the one on the bottom, the one striped one kind of trailing off like it had just flown off from that piece of paper. And then the other two, I actually chose some different colors because I didn't want them to all be striped over there on that side, because I want to drag that stripe pattern elsewhere on the page. So that's all I know for sure right now, is I want those 3 butterflies like that, or at least similar to that, and coming off from those punched out shapes. The rest of the butterflies, I have no clue, y'all. I'm just gonna keep moving them around and playing around with them until I like how they look. And this does take me a little bit of time to kind of figure out what I like. And when I get done, I do have some sort of a little pattern that I figured out that I enjoyed the look of by the time I finish it up. So I'll get there, y'all. It just takes me some time of playing around with them, and that's part of the fun of making these pages anyways, is playing around, seeing what works, seeing what we like, and seeing what we don't like. And you know, that's just going to be my process when it comes to these little butterflies. And I said this the other day with the really colorful page that I did with my daughter and my husband out kayaking, that it's not really my style. And this again really isn't. You might think it is because you've seen a few pages of me doing this more whimsical style. I like these, and I like them when other people do pages like this and they put these cute little things in there. But I guess maybe it's because my kids are all older now that I've kind of moved away from the whimsy more so. So I have a harder time doing these pages, and it doesn't seem to be the style that is easiest for me to do. I do quite enjoy it, and I'm really happy with this page when I get done with it. I think it's really, really cute, and I love the bright colors, and I love the rainbow. I'm into the rainbow. It seems like everybody's into the rainbow right now, but I am really into the rainbow, and I like figuring out ways to use all of the color on a page. And so this kit from Bella Boulevard, well, the papers are from Bella Boulevard, and some of the embellishments are also, but the kit itself came from the scrap room, and it was a single shot kit. She may have more in the store if you go there, but I know some of those single shot kits were selling out. So if you like this one, that's where I got it from. I'll put the link to the scrap room down in the section down below. I will make sure that's there. So as I did all that talking, here I am still arranging butterflies and trying to figure out what I like and what I don't like. Every once in a while, you'll see me actually put some tape on one because I have decided, yep, I like that there. All the other ones that don't have tape yet, I'm still not sure about them. And so until there's tape on the back, then those guys can move. So, but I think that I pretty much have things where they're gonna be at this point. I still need to add some stuff up there around the doily, and I'm gonna play around with this little piece of ephemera. It says sunshine mixed with a little hurricane, and I love it so much. I love it because, you know, that's what little girls are, and also, you know, because of where we live down on the Gulf Coast, we do get sunshine mixed with a little hurricane sometimes. So I thought it was pretty appropriate. So what I decided to do with the twine that came was to make a few little trails for the butterflies. I always see people do this and they might stitch them, which I love how that looks, but y'all, I don't have that patience to do that, especially hand stitching. I just cannot. I tried it once on one of these layouts that I did of my son with like looking like the shoelaces, and whoo, that took forever. And I did not love the process that much. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm just going to glue this guy down. I'm not going to sew anything. I'm just going to glue him down. And I actually really liked how it looked. You know, it added that little something that I felt like this page needed. It had a lot of stuff on it. I mean, with the butterflies themselves, there's just a lot of stuff on it. But I thought it needed something more, something that kind of broke away from just all of those paper butterflies. And so putting this twine on there, I just thought that really did the trick. So I do it in like 4 places, I think. And I think this one down here is actually my favorite one that I did. By the time I got it done, I just thought that it added just that perfect thing to that empty space over there because I didn't really want to put much in that empty space since it was so heavy in embellishments on that right-hand side. I didn't want that bottom left-hand side to really have much of anything down there. But it looked too plain with nothing. So when I came up with the idea to do this with the twine, it actually ends up being probably my favorite part of the whole layout, just because I just like how it turned out. I just think it worked perfectly and it really looked super cute. On this guy, you can see I have to add some of my Big Mama foam tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps because I needed him to stick up a little bit more. He was kind of impeding on the butterfly above him, and I actually wanted him to stand out a little more because he's a little bit part of the title to me. So I had to make sure, and I made him stick up a little more with a couple layers of Big Mama foam tape. So I'm going to finish up and I'm going to put this twine there, and he got two little loopies there. I don't know what you would call them. I guess I call them loopies. And I'm telling you guys, seriously, it's my favorite part of the whole thing. I just think it looks so cute, and it adds just enough to that part of the page so that it doesn't look empty, but it also doesn't look crowded either. So I decided that I was going to mostly concentrate my butterflies all on that right-hand side. And then I was going to try to leave that bottom half just kind of empty like that. And I just think that that twine is the perfect addition to keep that side from looking too boring, but also not so full. So here I go. I'm trying to figure out what in the world I want to do up here on the top. Generally, that's the place where I would focus a lot of my attention, and I would have kind of an idea already all laid out, but I honestly didn't have anything for that area. So I've got a couple of cutout butterflies that I know I want to use, and I want to use that little tag that says sunshine mixed with a little bit of hurricane, and I decided to put it on a tag that also came in my kit. And then I layered that tag with a little bit of the pink heart paper because I didn't really think I had enough of that on the page. So I decided to add a little bit to the front of the tag. And now I'm just tearing the bottom because I didn't like how straight it looked. And now I like that. I like how that looks. I like how it's a little bit torn, so it is, a little imperfect. And I'm going to thread a little bit of that twine through the top so that it has a little bit of a thread up there through the hole. I had to remake the hole because of course I covered the one that actually came on the tag, but that's okay. I've got a hole punch and it worked just fine. And I kind of like that twine just kind of hanging off to the side there. After, I think later on off camera, I glue it down just a little bit so that it doesn't get out of place from where I like it. So there's one of those embellishments that came with the kit. It's one of the Bella Pops, and it was a really cute butterfly, and I loved the fact that it was the blue and yellow because that seems to go really well up in that area right there because I've got that big blue stripe pretty close to there. So I decided he's going to go on the corner, and I'm going to put the stripy butterfly behind him, and then the blue one I'm going to layer up behind that one. So it just gives me just a little tiny cluster of butterflies up at the top. And honestly, I don't do a whole lot more up there. It's full enough, I think, and I didn't really need too much more. But I do want to use up the rest of that twine. So I figure out another place that I want to put a little loopy and a little trail from that butterfly. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down so that we can see his trail from where he came from. And I'm going to do one more because I'll have one little tiny piece of twine left after that, and I'll have just enough to do one more little trail, and then we're going to be close to be getting done here. You can see off to the side all of those wooden pieces there. Those also came with my scrap room kit, but I do not end up using those on this layout. Luckily, they're just wood, and so I don't have to worry about if they match something or not. Just if they work with whatever layout I use, then I will be able to use them. So I've set them aside. That one little lonely butterfly up on the top, I didn't use him either, but I have so many butterfly things from other kits that I am sure I can place him somewhere. So here I am trying to fit that one last little piece of twine. As you can see, it's just barely long enough. So I glued down the end first and then came back and kind of glued down a few other spots on it to kind of hold it in place there. And I just think that looks so cute when I look at all of the little different trails, and they're not every butterfly, which I liked that too, that I didn't go overboard and do little trails for everyone. It's just a few of them, and I think it goes quite nicely. So I'm trying to put in a couple of my Scrap and Happy Flair, a couple of my epoxy Scrap and Happy Flair, and I know that I'm going to put them on. I will put them on, but I didn't like it right there, and I'm not quite sure where I want to put it. So at this point, I'm using some of the embellishments. They're just little, they almost look like enamel dots, but they're flowers. And so I'm putting them all around the page in a few different areas. I don't have too many of them, so I just kind of scattered them about. I'm really not doing well with just doing clusters. I kind of just decorated the whole page, y'all. So apparently that's what I was into today. So I'm just going to finish this up. You're going to see that I have one little guy left there. It's a heart. And I play around with it for a second, not quite sure where I want to put it. And so then I just put it back on its little sheet. But don't worry, I'm going to come back and I'm going to find a place for it before I leave. I just wasn't quite sure where then, and I had to, I had one more flower left apparently too, so I needed to place him right there. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm coming back with the Scrap and Happy Studios Flair. One of them is like a little bug of some sort. I can't remember what it is, and I don't have it in front of me. And then up at the top, I have like a little bee, and I think he's just so cute. And the last thing I placed down there is a little snail. And I kind of tried to keep some like colors together, like up there. Oh, I guess that's like a fly or something. I don't know. Maybe a firefly. Not sure. I'll have to look at my page again. But he's got blue on him, like that blue butterfly. And then I liked, because the yellow bee was kind of by a yellow stripe in that stripy butterfly. And then the snail was down there by some green. And I just thought it was really cute. Okay, so I'm thinking about a little bit about these things, like if I'm going to use them or not. I look at this little blue guy, seeing if I can put him somewhere, because I really only had a couple of these butterflies left. And honestly, I just wanted to use them all. I didn't end up using every one because that would have just been too many. But I do think I placed this little guy right about there. I think I liked him there, and so I ended up giving him a little place to live on this layout. And I liked the blue, bringing some of that into it as well in that center part. And there I go with the little heart. It's going to go up there on my little heart paper. And y'all, I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, I lied. There was a little jewel strip. Looks like a little strip of diamonds, and I put that down under that Bella Pop butterfly, and kind of like it's that butterfly's trail. So I just thought that was super duper cute. All right, so here we go. This is my layout complete. I can't really say look at this cluster, look at that, because there's like mini clusters everywhere throughout the whole thing. But I think it did turn out really cute. So I hope you enjoyed watching today and you found some inspiration in this video. If you liked this video and you want to see some more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching today. See y'all next time.